we need to say, okay, we better build something that's capable of 50 gigawatt hours at least of it, which at the time when we proposed the I believe like total global output of lithium-ion batteries for all purposes, phones, laptops, cars, anything, gigawatt hours. So we're like, okay, well, just do the basic math. So we better have a real big factory. Or there's no way. So we were going to build it in California, but like it would have taken 2 years just to get the permits. So we built the gigafactory in the amount of time it would have taken to get the permits in California. That's what the gigafactory like. In 2010, it was basically rock. Okay, and now this is what it looks like now. Yeah. So and it's only about so this when complete, I think it's about 4 or 5 times the size of the Pentagon. Difficult to appreciate scale, but although it's really 70 feet tall, so the volume of it is just it takes 2 hours just to walk around it. So, you know, again, it's a tremendous working like tens of thousands of people to produce this factory, and today it produces lithium-ion than the rest of the world combined. So. Now, as you can see, this. Very impressive. Affordable versions of the Model 3 and Model Y for the greater China market. And then, besides cars, we have some other things. So, the solar roof and Powerwall. This is definitely going to be the year of the solar roof and Powerwall. Because of like extreme challenges with the Model 3 production, we have to basically allocate all resources to Model 3 production because otherwise we're going to die. And so basically, it was pretty tight, I have to say. That was a hard one. I would say like 2018 was probably felt like aging 5 years in one. Honestly, it was really intense. So, thank you for supporting Tesla through this difficult period. Thank you. Yeah. But now that Model 3 production is going pretty well, we're going to finally allocate engineering attention to the solar roof as well as the solar retrofit. I'm pretty excited about both the solar tile roof and the solar retrofit and Powerwall. Like part of the reason we couldn't make Powerwall is we couldn't make enough cells. So we had to either allocate cells to the car or to the Powerwall. And I was like, well, we've got to make the cars. So then Powerwall got Cell Star, basically. But 2019, so we are now going to ramp it up. And then PowerPack. So PowerPack is kind of like our industrial strength battery storage system. We did the biggest battery storage system in the world in Australia. And yeah, that was really super cool. And then we're doing one that's roughly a gigawatt hour scale in California. So just in Southern California, right nearby, we're building a gigawatt hour scale power pack. And so we expect this to ultimately be really critical for transitioning the world to sustainable energy. Obviously, you have to have sustainable energy production and sustainable energy consumption. So the sustainable energy production needs the solar panels plus the battery, because the sun doesn't shine at night, and then those electric cars, electric vehicles in general. Yeah. So, but I mean, the really exciting thing is if you have, with solar plus battery plus electric vehicles, we have a fully sustainable future. This is a future you can feel really excited and optimistic about. I think it really matters. Yeah. And then supercharging. So, the first, in 2010, we had 0 superchargers. So there was no, you couldn't really drive long distances with an electric car in 2010. So it was like, well, okay, we better have some high power chargers, otherwise it's going to be extremely inconvenient to drive long distances. So built into the Model S was a high voltage DC bypass directly to the pack, so you can just sort of mainline power right into the pack. And then then nobody was building high power chargers, so like, okay, we better build these high power chargers because nobody's building them. And so we went from 0 superchargers to building a global network of superchargers. Yeah. Yeah, so it's pretty nutty. Each one of those is a supercharging site. So supercharging team did an incredible job building a global network of superchargers that allow you to travel to a massive section of the world, basically anywhere in North America, almost anywhere in Europe, most places in China, not the Gobi Desert yet, but most places. We'll cover the Gobi Desert. We'll get there. And Saskatchewan, I swear to God, there is. I've specifically asked about the Saskatchewan supercharger, and I'm told it is under construction. So, absolutely, I've asked about it like twice. I'm told it's going to be completed soon, and then you will actually be able to drive across Canada. So, yes. Hawaii. Kazakhstan. Actually, we have some great supporters in Kazakhstan. I think we probably we should have. We will build superchargers in Kazakhstan. There you heard it right here. Anyway, we're going to build a lot more superchargers, and we actually have version 3 of the supercharger that we just unveiled. And in fact, yeah. So the superchargers actually started out only at about 75 kilowatts, and now they're at, with version 3, 250 kilowatts, and we think probably can even go a little higher than that. And so if you've got a long-range Model 3, it's capable of charging at about 1,000 miles an hour or 1,600 kilometers an hour. Yeah. So, and we have one working in the Bay Area, and then the one here at the design studio is also working as of tonight. So, yeah. So we're going to be rolling out the version 3 supercharger throughout the world, just gradually upgrading the existing sites as well as adding new sites. So we did slow down the supercharger rollout a little bit because we wanted them to be version 3 instead of version 2. But now that we have version 3 running, and we're going to spool up production, and so you're going to have like a radical improvement in supercharging worldwide by sometime next year. Yeah. So in terms of where we are today, we got obviously the S3 and the X. We've made, I think, 550,000 vehicles, something like that. 12 months from now, we will have made about 1 million vehicles. So it's pretty wild to think that 11 years ago today, we had made literally 1 car, and a year from now, we will have made 1 million. Yeah. I mean, this is a testament to the incredible talent and effort of the people at Tesla. I'll just say thank you to people at Tesla. You guys are incredible. So, yeah, and 4 million tons of CO2 saved. In fact, with the 4 millionth ton, it just ticked over like an hour ago. So the 4 millionth ton just ticked over tonight. Yeah. So, just talking a bit about what were the thoughts back then? What were some of the comments? Let's see. The internet is forever. But this is a mere taste. It was like I said, electric cars were considered extremely impossible and stupid, and in various forms. You're a fraud. Like, okay, you can drive that fraud. Okay, and then now things have changed. Yeah. The goal of Tesla was literally this, is like, to what degree, in fact, when we created it, we're like, okay, the fundamental historic good of Tesla should be measured by the degree to which we accelerate the advent of sustainable energy and transport. And our goal all along has been to try to get the rest of the car industry to go electric. We did a joint venture thing with Toyota and with Mercedes. We open sourced our patents 3 or 4 years ago. Made them freely available, and so it's extremely rewarding to see that the rest of the industry is going electric. This is great, great. So, and I was just wondering, like, where will Tesla be in 10 years? You know. Mars. Exactly. We will be driving a Tesla on Mars. I think we could. I think we actually could. Okay. Tesla will be on Mars in 10 years. I think it will. I think it will. So after that extended history lesson, what about the actual reason you came? Okay. There's a missing car. It starts with a Y, ends with a Y, and that's Y in the middle. They bring out the Model Y. Oh, wait. Yeah. Extended history lesson. All right. The Model Y. Yeah. So, like the 3, it will be extremely safe. So that you may know the Model 3 has the lowest probability of injury of any car ever tested by the U.S. government. The Model Y, we expect, will have a similar result. 5 stars in every category. With the battery pack low in the floor, it's going to have a very low center of gravity. So this will, it has the functionality of an SUV, but it will ride like a sports car. So this thing will be really tight in corners, and we expect it will be the safest mid-size SUV in the world by far. And at Tesla, we actually always design with safety as the #1 goal. It's like people think, okay, performance, sure, but safety first. This is actually by far the most important thing. But it's also going to have incredible performance. So we expect to have a 3.5 seconds 0 to 60. Yeah, it's good. And very low center of gravity, so great handling. It's testing out at a 0.23 drag coefficient, which is extremely good for an SUV. And in terms of range, 300 miles. Yeah. So we expect to have an EPA range of, an actual true usable range of 300 miles. So, yeah. Yeah. From an interior standpoint, it has a panoramic glass roof. And by the way, after I'm done here, you guys will be able to come up and like check out the car. So it's like, so it's going to have a panoramic glass roof. It like really feels like, just like the Model 3, if you're in the car, it just feels like you can see the sky. Seat 7, 66 cubic feet. Obviously autopilot and all that. And as I've said publicly, we expect to be feature complete with self-driving sometime later this year. And then as we prove out the safety with billions of miles and kilometers, we will, from our standpoint, feel it's like safe enough to not pay attention and then get the regulatory approval sometime thereafter. But the cool thing is feature complete. Like it'll be able to do basically anything by the end of this year, just with software upgrades, which is pretty cool. So let's see, Model Y lineup. Okay, there you go. So yeah. The basically long-range one we expect to be about $47,000, and then sometime in 2021 we'll have the sort of standard version, which will have a $39,000 price point. So yeah. No, the 7 seats are optional. Yeah. Do you mean the liftgate? Yes. Okay. I mean, you never know. We might do better than this, but so it should be at least this good. So, so I think it's going to be very, really compelling. I'm confident that it'll be of any mid-size SUV, it'll be the one you want. Yeah, I think it'll probably sell. I think we'll probably do more Model Ys than X and 3 combined, most likely. Yeah. So, so there you have the sexy presentation. So, all right. Thank you all for coming. Those of you who are here and those of you who are watching, thank you very much for your support over the years. It's been, a hell of a ride. I love you too. I love you too. We are bringing sexy back quite literally. All right, thank you.